Hey, what's up, everybody? Lantern Drexen here, and I found out how to make tier lists, basically. So that's what I did, and I thought it would be fun to go ahead and make some tier lists. So this is the first one. I'm gonna see how everybody takes it. I imagine a lot of these tier lists are honestly easily gonna cause some problems and cause some triggers, but that's okay because I'm all about it. Like, I love difference of opinion, so come at me. Be like, Dre, man, that shit was fucked up. Or be like, Dre, man, you was right on the money. I don't really care. Just don't unfriend me and don't, like, unsubscribe, please. Just over the tier list. Because that's kind of the point. So the first one I'm going to do is this one. It is a tier list on old cartoons. I think maybe there's some newer cartoons in there. Like, it's a big-ass list of cartoons. This is probably going to be part one because this could take a while. I'm not going to do cartoons I didn't watch. So there's that. But I can already tell, like, a lot of you guys are going to have a lot of fucking problems with the way I see some of these cartoons. So, I mean, basically, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and, like, ruin and insult some childhoods here. So, and there could be spoilers, so watch out for that shit. Alright, let's go. Hopping straight in. Let me check something, actually. Okay, nope, we're good. Alright, so let's hop straight in. So I'm going to go in order. I'm not going to go pick and choose. And for starters, what the fuck is Littlest Pet Shop? I never heard of it. I'm not doing it. Now, DuckTales. Alright, so DuckTales had a badass intro, right? I would sit there and I would sing that intro. But an intro isn't really enough to carry a show. DuckTales has some really freaking weird episodes. Like, Donald Duck was in it occasionally, and he was in the Navy, and there's one episode where he got hypnotized and, like, robbed a bank and some shit. But Huey, Dewey, and Louie were pretty funny, and they did carry the show. So I'm going to start that off at, like, C. That's, like, average. DuckTales, to me, is like an average cartoon. If you're not better than DuckTales, then you're just bad. Like, you're just bad. That's average right there. Obviously, Avatar, The Last Airbender, and I'm not going to defend this, I don't need to, but we all know that shit was god tier. The most god tier would be Avatar, The Last Airbender. It had everything, everyone loved it, it was interesting. I mean, it was just the best. Like, there you go. It can't be any lower than god tier. I almost feel like making a new tier just for that show. What does that sound? Let me check that again. No, we're still good somehow. Alright, so Batman, The Brave and the Bold. Not gonna lie, I didn't really watch it, but I feel like I saw some clips of it, and it did seem good. It had a lot of guest stars. I think every episode was about a different hero. Had a lot of guest stars in it, so I'm gonna put that a little above average, because it probably had some really good mini stories, but I don't think it had a story overall. But that kind of hurts it, in my opinion. Like, I'm only rating that because I've seen a lot of clips. So this is not a comedy list, Family Guy. So, Family Guy, you watch, you laugh, you occasionally learn something. But honestly, I feel like I learned more and I was more interested in the lives of the Simpsons. Because Family Guy had a lot of stupid humor in it. And it definitely went downhill later seasons. Like, starting off, it was that new, hip, funny shit. Later seasons, it was just kind of trash, and all the Stewie time travel, super science fiction. You know, The Simpsons didn't need all that super science fiction time travel bullshit, and they didn't need a flashback every 30 fucking seconds about something completely random to make it funny. So I'm gonna put Family Guy, because this is not based on comedy, and based on comedy, it'd definitely be like A. But I'm gonna base that shit at C tier, because if I watched an episode of Family Guy and I didn't laugh, I feel like that shit would just be C tier. Like, it'd just be average. Like, alright. Now, Ultimate Spider-Man. So, a little biased because Spider-Man is, like, my favorite Marvel superhero. But that show is also really fucking good. That's definitely gonna go in B. Yeah, that's gonna go in B because some of the humor got a little stupid in that show, but the show was actually funny. And it actually, with the combination of Power Man and Iron Fist, was a really good show. Had a lot of good characters. And then they did the whole Spideyverse thing before Spideyverse came out. And you guys know how popular that shit is, so... Spidey Ham, Miles Morales, and I think they had a lot of episodes of Miles Morales, actually. So, Ultimate Spider-Man, definitely B, definitely better than your average show. Netflix's Voltron, I feel like the very beginning of it was A tier, but I feel like later on it kind of fell into B. No, actually, I'm going to put that in A, because honestly, it had a lot of pretty good plot twists, and it got pretty serious with the characters. one guy being half alien, the princess having to step up and learn all her lessons. She got in the lion. I think she got kicked out the lion. I think their leader died. I didn't finish it. I'm on like the last 2 seasons or so. But definitely the beginning is definitely A tier, and I think it stayed a solid A tier. I didn't actually watch American Dragon, Jake Young, but my prediction for that show is D tier. I didn't watch it though, so don't quote me on that. Pac-Man had a fucking TV show? When was that? I'm not gonna even, I don't know what that one was. Johnny Test was trash. I saw like 10 episodes. They were all fucking below average tier, like just straight up below average tier. Recess was clearly A tier, not quite God tier, because I feel like we needed more of it. Fuck it. Nope, that's God tier. I'm sorry. Everybody was trying to be... So back in my elementary school in Oregon, everybody was trying to be a kid from Recess. You were either trying to be Vince, you were trying to be Hustler Kid, Upside Down Girl. Like, Recess had a lot of great lessons. They had a lot of great characters. I mean, fucking Gus was El Diablo. I'll never forget the episode Gus went to his military dad, like, yo, what would a small country do against a big country? And he told him, like, how Belgium tried to stand up to Germany. And Gus was like, oh, okay, that's cool to think. A little country like Belgium standing up to Germany. And he's like, what? Nah, they got the shit beat out of them. But they stood up and they made us all stand up. Just lots of little lessons like that puts Recess like in the God tier. I definitely think it's better than Voltron, Batman, Ultimate Spider-Man, DuckTales, all that shit. OKKO. I don't know what that is. So Ben 10, I know Ben 10 rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and it rubbed a lot of people the right way. I think it tried to be like a slightly worse Teen Titans or an incredibly bad Young Justice. But this is the early Ben 10. And early Ben 10, I'm going to actually put in the trash tier. And I'm actually going to move Johnny Test to trash tier too. Because the more I think about that show, the more it's just fucking bad. Milo's Murphy's Law, I don't know what that is. The Loud House, I don't know what that is. Robot Chicken, if we're not talking comedy, is fucking trash. I mean, it's 20-second comedy skits made to make you laugh. But like I said, this isn't about comedy, so trash. Rocko's Modern Life, okay. So here's probably going to be the first big fucking problem. I do like Rocko's Modern Life. I like Rocko, I like the turtle. I think I like the turtle's crazy but smart girlfriend. But after that, I thought everybody else was pretty much garbage, especially fucking Heifer. Like, I hate that character. He's got to be the worst friend in cartoon history. He's just really, really bad and really, really stupid. I wish those wolves ate that guy. So, like, if it was just up to Rocko and the Turtle, yeah, definitely up there in that God tier, even A tier. But honestly, occasionally the show got weird as fuck, so I'm going to put it in the B tier. You guys can hate me, but, like, occasionally the show just got weird as fuck. It was like, outlandishly weird out of nowhere. Oh, Spunky was cool as shit too. But yeah, B tier. But the episode where they were singing about spring cleaning and you can't fight City Hall, that shit was God tier. That shit was God tier all day. But that one episode's not gonna move that shit into God tier. So Rocko was good. Wayside, I don't know what that is. Static Shock is going to be God tier, and you all already know it. We all love that fucking show. That show tackled so many things. It tackled everything. Racism, guns, being a black kid in America, being a black kid in Africa. It captured everything. It had lots of cameos by Batman. I think Static even went to Gotham. He was a great hero. He learned a lot. You know, his best friend Richie was also cool. Everybody was in that show was fucking cool. The Shadow guy, the Fire guy, like the bullies, even the bad guys were fucking cool. And they were still dealing with teenage problems, so that's good. South Park, so I know it's mostly a comedy, but they actually tackle like real world issues, I'm pretty sure. I only seen like 5 episodes of South Park. I saw like the one with Tally, the World of Warcraft one, because that was tweeting everywhere, Japokemon. But I know they tackle shit like relative to real life, and that's why it's like 10 times better than Family Guy. Like, comedy aside, I think Family Guy is funnier, and Family Guy is more my humor. But I think South Park tackles like better issues than Family Guy, so I'm gonna put South Park in like the B tier. Despite it also has overly dumb comedy, but it does tackle like transgenders, gays, Pokemon, politics constantly. It constantly severely makes fun of every celebrity. Like, I think South Park slays more people than fucking Family Guy does. There has to be a million lawsuits on that shit. So this is going to cause another fight, because truth be told, and this is a secret, I'm going to get out some of my secrets here. I didn't really like Ed, Edd n Eddy, but Ed, Edd n Eddy came at a time where shows were fucking good. Like, it was like Samurai Jack or Ed, Edd n Eddy. You know, obviously I'm picking Samurai Jack. Kids Next Door or Ed, Edd n Eddy. I actually preferred Kids Next Door myself. I like Eddie and I like Double D, but their characters didn't seem to mesh well together. Like, Ralph was funny. Everybody loves Ralph. So it's like Ralph, Double D, and Eddie. Those are the only redeemable characters. Like, Kevin barely did shit, barely said shit. Naz barely did shit, barely said shit. Eddie's sister was just a bitch, but she wasn't like a funny bitch. She was just like a plain bitch. Jimmy was okay, I think once or twice. Maybe Jimmy went crazy. But Ed, the dumb one, was just too fucking dumb. Like, it wasn't funny, you know. Eddie, I can't see. Ed, you have to open your eyes. Oh, thanks, guys. You know, that shit was just fucking stupid. I just thought the majority of the show, majority of the cast was fucking stupid. The three girls that I guess were bullies, I don't even know if they were fucking bullies. I mean, I guess they were alright, maybe. But most of them was trash. Like, you watch that shit for Double D, you watch that shit for Eddie's crazy schemes, or you watch that shit for fucking Ralph. And so I'm gonna put that shit in, like, D. Like, that was below average. They should have had better, like, more Eddies. Like, I think Eddie's older brother was in jail. He should have came out and they should have did more crazy shit. Like, I think they had one episode on just the fact they didn't want to wear new clothes. It's just a lot of the episodes were fucking dumb. So, The Batman. You all know I fucking hate Batman. I am not a Batman fan in the least. But damn, does Batman have good fucking movies and TV shows. I'm putting the Batman with like A tier. Like, I'd rather watch The Batman, then Ultimate Spider-Man, then Rocko's Modern Life, then South Park, and then Batman the Brave and the Bold. I think it was a much better show. I think it had a great plot. I feel like it did a great balance of Bruce Wayne and Batman, which is extremely fucking rare. Like, go back and watch some episodes. Even from the first episode, I was kind of like, damn, I hate Batman, but this shit is fucking good. Alright, Tom and Jerry was definitely better than average. I honestly enjoyed it. Especially, it's one of those shows that got better as it went on. Like, they started adding in some singing. They started giving Tom and Jerry, like, voices. They started including the dog more. When it was silent and no one spoke, it was just mainly about the violence in a time where, you know, violence was fucking everywhere. But to me, the violence wasn't all that funny. Like, I didn't always laugh. But when they added funny characters, like, I think Jerry's fucking crazy, I don't know, country uncle with the guitar, like, it was just funny as shit. Like, I didn't hate any character in this. Even the black woman, like, I even liked her too. And I think, definitely better than average. I would actually go back and watch some Tom and Jerry. Oh, when I'm put Tom and Jerry in the A tier, I definitely go back and watch that. Especially for the later on. Now, this Transformers show, I have a theory. I know what it is. And I have a theory it's really, really weirdly animated. But the point is, it's not Beast Wars, therefore it's fucking trash. Because all Transformers were trash except for Beast Wars. And I think Armada. And I don't think that's Armada. I don't even know what this is. I can't read that. Hey Arnold was the utmost God tier. It can't get any lower than God. I would honestly, I love superheroes as much as anybody, but out of all the TV shows up here, I find myself watching Hey Arnold more. I'd watch Hey Arnold more than Static right now, and I'd watch Hey Arnold over Recess and Avatar The Last Airbender right now. Because I've already watched Avatar The Last Airbender like a million times. So I definitely still came back. I think the last time I watched Hey Arnold, it was like last month. It's on Hulu. Like, the show is amazing. So that's not even nostalgia talking. That's like, that was just a damn good show. Every season was serious. Arnold was a great guy. There's nobody I hate in that. I even like even Wolfgang. Wolfgang was the shit. Like, the episode where Arnold learned Kung Fu, the episode of Monkey Man, the Birdman, the episode where Harold got fat, the episode where Harold had to arm wrestle fucking Big Patty, the episode where Rondo went broke. There's just so much to learn and so much to see in Hey Arnold. Like, it can't go anywhere but God tier. Harvey Beaks, I know what that is. So Johnny Bravo, truth be told, I don't think Johnny Bravo was better than a lot of the shows that came out with it. I don't think Johnny Bravo was even better than Ed, Edd n Eddy. Like, if it came down to the two, I'd rather watch Ed, Edd n Eddy. I think Johnny Bravo himself is hilarious. I think the Girl Scout had some hilarious scenes, but I mean, it was just alright. I think it was a little worse than Ed, Edd n Eddy, and not by much, so I'm gonna put that in B. But American Dragon Jake Long isn't comparable to Ed, Edd n Eddy and Johnny Bravo, so that's actually getting moved to trash tier as well, especially the later seasons. I know nobody liked. Dexter's Laboratory is God tier. It's not even A, it's God tier. It's Dexter's Lab. I'm not going to defend that. I defended Hey Arnold and Static, even though I didn't need to. I'm not even going to defend Dexter's fucking Laboratory. You're not going to tell me it's not better than all the shit below it. Like, all the shit below it. Like, I'd rather watch Dexter over fucking Rocco any day of the week. Ed, Edd n Eddy, and Johnny Bravo, fuck that shit. Dexter's Laboratory. This looks like a Big Hero 6 logo. I don't know what that is. So I'm gonna let that go. So Adventure Time, truth be told, I did not watch Adventure Time. I watched a good, 5 episodes maybe, and they were all good. Like, I loved all 5, but I think they're also better than average episodes. But it's so big and it amassed a huge following, and I think it had a major plot twist in it. I think eventually Finn found some humans, or he found his dad, or something like that, and he found out all this crazy shit. But definitely, I'm gonna put that in A tier. Because of the following and because I absolutely loved all, I think, 5 episodes I've seen. I think it was on so long it had a little bit of a slump, but it was still pretty good. Rugrats All Grown Up. I did watch that show, and that show tried too hard. I think it was above its time. They didn't give us time to grow properly into our teenage years to actually enjoy that show. Because we watched Rugrats as kids, we were anywhere from 6 to 10. And then we hit 12. And bam, All Grown Up came out. And we wasn't really understanding that shit. So I'm going to give All Grown Up, I'm going to give it C. I'd rather give All Grown Up a second shot than watch everything below it. And I do mean that, everything below it. I don't think it was that bad. American Dad, I don't think is as good as Family Guy. So right away, that's going right there in the D tier. I don't think it's quite trash. Because I like some jokes in American Dad better than Family Guy. A lot of times American Dad made me laugh a lot harder, especially in the earlier seasons. But Family Guy has had more time to mature, and occasionally Family Guy does get some seriously cool shit. The time they all went into the mansion, I think they killed 5 main characters. I think the time Brian died, of course they retconned it. Stewie and his time machine are just a way for them to really cop out and do whatever the fuck they want. Angry Beavers, this might piss some of you guys off, but I honestly think Angry Beavers was trash. I did not enjoy that show. The only enjoyable character I think was Barry the Bear. And I think the intro was okay, but Barry the Bear was alright, and I think I liked one of the brothers. But it's what were they doing? I can't even recall some of the episodes. They were not doing shit. I think they were eating cheese logs and just doing stupid shit. So fuck them. So Animaniacs, I don't like just shows based around comedy. I don't. But Animaniacs in that one show had a lot of fucking backup. It had the god tier pigeons. The pigeons by themselves were fucking god tier. Pinky and the Brain by themselves are god tier because that was absolutely hilarious and you actually learned a few things. I think Freakazoid guest stars sometimes in Animaniacs. It just had such a great supporting cast within that 30 minutes. The good thing, good idea, bad idea, that shit was definitely A tier, for sure. Definitely A tier. Gravity Falls, A tier. I watched a good 2 or 3 seasons and I still am drawn back to that show. I want to see where they're going. They added in freaky shit all-powerful beings from other dimensions, but they did it well. They didn't quite overdo it. And they still have that looming mystery where you always want to watch and see what the books are about and that kind of shit. So Gravity Falls is definitely A tier. Avengers Assemble was fucking good. That show was damn amazing. That show is slept on. Go back and watch it. That's some of the most epic superhero show I have seen. Every season finale, the Skrull invasion was amazing. Everything was good. Iron Man had an Iron Man suit made by the dwarfs that made Thor's hammer. That shit was gonna be epic. And it's still funny. I think they added in Hawkeye, and then Hawkeye saved the team 2 episodes in a row. He literally goes to the team and he's like, guys, I'm actually very uncomfortable joining a team I save every other week. So, lines like that, put that shit in A tier. Plus, it had a god tier intro. Look up that intro. That intro was fucking god tier. Bakugan was trash. I hate to admit that I saw 5 episodes of this. It reminded me of Beyblade. I apologize. It's bad. And probably so is Beyblade. Batman, the animated series. once again, I just hate Batman, but this series was honestly god tier. I watched the entire series multiple fucking times. They had great episodes. There was one episode where the villains actually caught Batman. Obviously, he's Batman. He let himself get caught. And they put Batman on trial. And they were explaining to Batman how Batman created his own villains. And then, of course, Batman disproved it, beat them all up, escaped, put them all back in jail. But episodes like that was like really deep. Clayface, dealing with randomly becoming Clayface, trying to be a good guy. I think he was about to get married. He was trying to get back to his wife. He was an actor. And, the villains, it went so much into the villains, and Batman actually helped a good deal of them. And Batman was in such trouble. I think in one episode, he spent an entire episode in some random lady's basement, healing from an ass whooping. The animated series was just good. It was just damn good. And then it spread out and branched off into like a bunch of other shit. So as much as I hate Batman and hate Bruce Wayne, I admit that show was god tier. But that show was not as god tier as Batman be fucking on. In fact, I'm gonna move that shit in front of it. Batman Beyond was the best Batman cartoon ever created. Terry McGinnis. I hate Bruce Wayne, but I actually liked older Bruce Wayne. Not as much as Terry McGinnis, but that show had everything from the first episode. Like, from the first episode where the Joker comes and murders his dad onward, the show just had everything. Big Hero 6, the TV series, I don't know, I never seen it, but the movie was definitely at least B tier. That was a good movie, I enjoyed that. BoJack Horseman is definitely A tier. I have only seen like the first 2 seasons of it, but that show was funny. It tackled like serious shit. It makes you think, but I mean, the way they fit their comedy in is actually very unique, and that world is kind of unique in itself. Camp Lazlo, fucking trash. God, get off the screen, please. Cat Dog, this might piss off some of you guys, but I fucking hate Cat Dog. Like, the only redeeming character in Cat Dog was the mouse. That was it. I hated Cat. I hated Dog. I hated the fucking greaser dogs. It was a stupid concept of a cat and a dog being stuck together not doing shit. Like, literally not doing shit. Like, what were they? I don't know. They get bullied sometimes. That's it. That's it. If not for the mouse, the show would even be below trash tier. The intro was dumb too. Like, everything about Cat Dog was just bad. That show was fucking bad. So I know I pissed off some of you guys with that. Chalk Zone had a cool intro, but it was actually unique. That was average. I'd say that was an average show. Chalk Zone was kind of unique. It had its ups and downs. Chowder was garbage. I didn't enjoy Chowder at all. Didn't laugh at all. I can't read that. Courage the Cowardly Dog. This is going to cause a fight. Oh, no. You guys are about to unfriend me right here. So, I did enjoy episodes, right, of Courage. Courage the Cowardly Dog was too weird for me. But I did enjoy Randy the robot, breakdancing robot from outer space, came to destroy Earth, but he didn't. I enjoyed the rat episode. That guy that's like, you want to know what's in the box? You don't want to know what's in the box. You want to know what's behind that door? You don't want to know what's behind that door, Obviously, everybody remembers the Naughty episode, which honestly, that was the episode I liked the least. But the way Courage would go through to save Muriel, like, step up, he really is Courage the Cowardly Dog. Like, that was the biggest bitch dog in the world. But he always stepped up when he needed to. He was also the most courageous dog on Earth. So, Courage is gonna go up to the B tier. Sorry, it's not God tier for me. It just got too fucking weird sometimes. Aside from the episodes I named, it just got too fucking creepy. Like, creepy fucking weird. It wasn't even like good shit. Goddamn Billy and Mandy. So, I didn't watch that show enough to like it. I was too busy watching everything else. I think mainly Kids Next Door and Toonami and all that shit. I think I've seen less than 5 episodes of Billy and Mandy, but I know it's good. I know it had a pretty good following. I know Mandy was, I think, clearly the fan favorite. I don't like Billy, straight up. I don't like characters that are just stupid. That's their thing. They're just fucking stupid, and they're occasionally nice because they're so fucking stupid. But any series where they trick the Grim Reaper into being their friend and following them around is pretty damn good. And they had the Scotsman guy, so I'm actually gonna give that B tier. It was definitely better than the average show. I think it's better than everything below it for sure. Cow and Chicken. If you didn't unfriend me already, you're about to, because that's D tier to me. I didn't like Cow. I didn't like Chicken. I didn't like their parents. The Devil was okay. I did enjoy like the IR Weasel and Baboon thing, but I think they even branched off and got their own show. It didn't make me laugh. It was weird. They just went around eating butts all the time. Show was dumb. I think the show was dumb. That's all I'm trying to say. Young Justice is by far God tier, no contest. Young Justice is good as hell, and we all know it. I'm not going to defend that. Danny Phantom started off so strong, and even midway through, it was still really strong. Though I didn't kind of watch the end. I don't think I enjoyed the end if they even finished it. But I think Danny Phantom, it's between A and B. I would watch Danny Phantom before Billy Mandy, but before Courage the Cowardly Dog. Not before fucking Ultimate Spider-Man. So I'm going to put it there. Not maybe before Batman the Brave and the Bold, but I know it fell off somewhere. But it had to get at least 3 or 4 good seasons, and that's a lot for shit back then. Lilo and Stitch the series I didn't watch at all. My Life as a Teenage Robot, we all know that was fucking garbage. Teen Titans, you guys are still here. Teen Titans I think is running off nostalgia. I even went back and watched it. It's good. I mean, especially for its time, it's good. But it's no Young Justice. It's no Batman the Animated Series. And it's sure as fucking Batman Beyond. So Teen Titans is going to be A. I honestly God think Teen Titans is A tier. I mean, it was good. It just, God, maybe it came when we were too much older. Because at that point in time, I was looking for Young Justice. And I'm glad I got it. But it wasn't bad by any fucking means. So I'm going to put that in the A tier. Because, not as good as Batman Beyond, which is weird. Because Batman Beyond came way before it. Never watched My Little Ponies. But you know what? I'm going to stick it up there for the bronies. I'm going to put it in B tier for the bronies. Because that show has some kind of cult following. And, good for that fucking show. I don't know what that is. That is Flapjack was trash tier. Gargoyles was God tier. If you haven't seen Gargoyles because you're not old enough, wake up, your parents failed you. TV failed you, you failed yourself. Everybody failed you. Like, go kill yourself. That show was God tier, like, fuck. I mean, did you guys know King Arthur had a last name? King Arthur Pendragon. That show was based off so many myths and legends, and it found a way to collide all the myths and legends correctly. And a lot of it was accurate to the legend. They just kind of threw in their own characters. The show was great. Absolutely amazing. You want to know about Greek gods, African gods, they had Egyptian gods, they had obviously Arthurian lore, they had Norse lore, they had everything in that show. And it all fits so very, very well. Unbelievably well. I think this is definitely a 2-part video. I'm going to do one more. And I'm going to just go ahead and get this out the way. So you guys know if you should watch part 2 or not. Invader Zim, I'm going to put as an average show. I liked Dib, and I liked Dib's quest to expose Zim. I guess I kind of like Zim as well. I didn't like Gur, because like I said, I'm like fucking stupid characters. That was an average show to me. I thought it was a little weird. I think there was one episode where Zim found out Zim found out about germs, and he hated germs, and there's this random meat that didn't get germs on it, like at all. So he covered his entire house and him in this meat, and things kept trying to eat him. It had some really weird, really dumb episodes, but the fact that it was like the original L and Light, it was like Death Note done better. Actually, with that comparison, it's gonna jump up to B, because it was really Death Note done just better. So that's it, guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me what I should do, if I should keep going. I'm going to do other tier lists. I think I'm going to do like a junk food tier list, obviously an anime tier list, video games, fighting games, a waifu tier list, TV shows, because I like to see people's thoughts on shows that I like and shows that I watch, just like these cartoons that I show and like. So drop some comments. Tell me how much you hate me. Tell me when you quit watching the video, that kind of shit, and I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.